outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. That nigga ball like game 6. That nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Navy. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. All that like us niggas up in game 6. Busy with the bullshit, you can save it. All that like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. I gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Navy. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. All that like us niggas up in game 6. Busy with the bullshit, you can save it. All that like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, this the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game. For myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. The haters hella fake, I know what enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm an aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Navy. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. All that like us niggas up in game 6. Busy with the bullshit, you can save it. All that like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Navy. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. All that like us niggas up in game 6. Busy with the bullshit, you can save it. All that like us niggas up in game 6.
Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in CNN Trap News Network. Slide into the homie house real quick. He don't got parking, so I had to make a little foot mission. But y'all know the deal. Those red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. It's free Avenue Angel till he's free. Wait, that's the beginning. This is the beginning. Trap News Network talking. Tapping in CNN Trap News Network. Back in the same. Like cracking the same. Here at CNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledgeito. You not finna get in nobody's collegeito. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good tap in and everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college. Hit us with a like, hit us with a comment, hit us with a good subscribe, everything we have going on, and we would love for you to become a part of this Trap News Network family. Hit us up on Instagram, TRAP, NEWS, If you feel like you want to be a part of this Trap News Network, you want to be a correspondent, let us know something. We finna get into this content. Let's jump right into it, man. YoungAntJEFE is going over Ceddy Nash's all bad paperwork. Ugh. Finna jump into this content without further ado, don'ts. Let's jump into it. Let's go.
It's Hot Topics with your boy YoungAntJEFE, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics, third time's a charm, Ceddy Nash. So I'm still learning and starting to find out a lot of stuff about social media, from the trollers, from the fake tough dudes, to the dudes that's supposed to be real, to the dudes who get their feet whooped, that got opinions, to dudes that have just been traumatized, you know what I'm saying, through this gang oracle and just keep coming back for more. Dudes taking shots at solid dudes. It's all over the place. Like I said, just as the Army states, be all you can be. Now, with that being said, I hopped off into the segment with Ceddy Nash putting up on Brian Hurst. Lamb truck, bringing Woody over there. After that, I did a segment to the apology. And when I did a segment to the apology, as people troll and as regular people, because everybody in the chats is not trolls, and I understand that. Some people are regular people. Some people are behind biopics, trolling, trying to get some attention, ain't got nothing better else to do. People start chiming in. People from Sacramento. I don't know if these people know Ceddy Nash per se, but a lot of people was tapping in like, oh, Ceddy Nash is a snitch. Oh, Ceddy Nash is a snitch. He told on his brother. So I'm like, dang. So for real, I'm really trying to ignore the situation because I already spun enough segments on this dude. They keep coming in. All type of dudes. All type of media, you know what I'm saying, personalities. Hey, yeah, man, you ain't up on that. Wooty Woo Ben did a reaction on that. Oh, that's old. You know what I'm saying? Milk. Oh, Jalise. All this, all that. I'm like, dang. So, man, I finally went ahead and had to divvy off into it and see what was going on, man. And that's the thing about social media, man. You might spin some content, and a lot of people don't know me, and I don't really care to speak to the people who don't know me, and whatever warranted, whatever their opinion gonna be. I didn't know that one segment was gonna turn into 4 or 5 segments. And this is crazy, man. So the legit question is, and we can't hide because we gotta keep it thorough here, but you know we ain't with no BS. You know what I'm saying? And in the words of Braves, we ain't trying to start nothing. But the question gotta be asked. Whoever he went over there with, because this is not a whole overall 60 thing, like, oh, this is what the 60s on, this is what they allowed. Whoever allowed him over there from 60s, or whoever he tapped in with from 60s, was they privy to this information? Did they know anything about this? Because this could be a black eye and give the wrong look and the wrong indications now that all this stuff coming out and it's been on the internet, documented months, 6 months, or what's the name talked about it. But as we've been seeing, Ceddy Nash has a rebuttal for everything. So I don't know if these rebuttals was checked out and they fell through and the decision was made to let him come through. But we about to get into this content, and you already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We're going to commentate.
Once I it's very quickly gone from me walking to the homie's house. And now I'm just walking. Now me and Six just walking around the neighborhood because this nigga live in a nice ass neighborhood. Bro stay over here by Venice Beach and all that kind of stuff. So I'm about to see what's going on. You feel me? Anyway, hit that notification bell. With that being said, it's going to be a lot of things going on, especially now that Ceddy Nash has found himself in this YouTube space. People are going to look up things. People are going to find things. People are going to dig up things. It's going to be a whole bunch of 1-2-stepping like Sierra. Whole bunch of 1-2-stepping like Sierra. And if you ain't able to 1-2-step, bust your move, do what you got to do, it's going to be a hard-fought road for you. Ceddy Nash is in the space where he's always reading somebody's paperwork. He's always, yes, a Sholo, a Mexican hair lease. Yes, sir. Boom. Once in a lifetime dog. Six, you cracking. Six is cracking. Come here. Six is cracking out here. Six is cracking out here. But anyway, yeah, so short story shorter, whereas Ceddy Nash has been the one to put out so many people's paperwork, now that they have a chance to do the same thing to him, nobody's going to miss a chance to pow, pow, pow at Ceddy Nash. With that all being said, let's keep going into this content and see where it takes us.
Halfway and the half effect, we're going to commentate.
Once, I said it twice, I said it 1,000 times. Ceddy Nash is not right. Everybody was just kind of breathing down my neck a little bit. Man, leave Ceddy Nash alone. He ain't like that. He a civilian. He just a reporter. This latest thing should let all of y'all know exactly why I did what I did and I'm doing what I'm doing when it comes to not just 1090 Jake, but Ceddy Nash too. Now, I'm going to keep it real. As awkward as 1090 Jake looked when he chunking up the bees, Ceddy Nash looked just as awkward riding around L.A. doing this right here.
I ain't stupid, I'm sharp shit. RP the neighborhood, nigga. I'm focused trying to get rich. I ain't trying to talk to you, bitch.
Most hated.
Now, I get it. Some of y'all might have missed this the first time that I put it up. So I'm doubling back with it again to remind y'all. People seem shocked that Ceddy Nash had the audacity to pull up in South Central Los Angeles with YSL Woody. But what y'all have to take into consideration is that Ceddy Nash is an actor. What you just saw in that last clip is him pretending to be like somebody. So while he may know what to do and what not to do and have a understanding of things at face value, he does not have the deeper thinking to really comprehend what's going on. He don't know left from right out here. He get it, but he really don't get it because he's acting. Now, what you're looking at on your screen right now is a copy of the police report from the time that Ceddy Nash, Mr. Neighbor, called the police on his brother. You see it right there? Arrestee information, Cepeda Adams. There go the police report number up there in the top at the right. But look here, complaint, request for assistance, Cedric Adams. You called the police on your brother, bro. So anybody who knows anything about anything knows that if you'll call the police on your own brother, that you would turn anybody into the police. And that's why he doesn't see anything wrong with hanging with YSL Woody and riding him around South Central Los Angeles. Now, do I think that they went out there with the intentions to set somebody up? Do I think he picked YSL Woody up and said, man, we finna go out here and set somebody up? Nah. But when, you can't take the risk that this guy sees something and decide he want to go talk to the people about it. And you also got to consider the fact that it's a lot fault. So to show up out there with YSL Woody in tow was just ignorance. That's the only thing that I can call it. That was crazy. I don't know if he thought it out all the way before he did it, but if he did, I would like to know what rationale he used to come up with the conclusion that it was cool. But like I said, when you talking about morals and integrity, anybody that will call the police on their own blood, no matter what the circumstances, I get it. Some people going to say, well, if my brother stabbed me, I might call the police on him. Not everybody is riding around in the car in South Central Los Angeles hollering out neighborhood. So
one thing that we can all agree is super tricky. My bad, I'm over here whooping Ninja's feet and it's matting real quick. But one thing that we can all agree is tricky. It ain't no way. Already busted my mission with the homie. Don't worry about what I was doing. Anyway, the craziest thing about this that we can all agree on, if you can snitch on your brother, oh yeah, you a different type of individual. Because snitching on your brother, that is absolutely Barnacalious. Snitch, there's never an excuse or a rhyme or a reason to tell on your brother, bro. So, I'm sure Ceddy they say Ceddy got an explanation for everything. He may or may not have an explanation for this one, but I'm not sure what could justify anybody ever thinking that it's all right, that it's smooth, that it's green to telling your brother, bro. There's no way around that. Even with my kids, when they be telling, are you all right? Even with my kids, when they be telling on their brothers, I be looking at them niggas like, yo, what's up with you, my nigga? Like, you kind of wear that shit you on. So, nah, bro, I can't really get with the brother on brother telling. That's not something I can understand, but, we finna go ahead and give y'all some more of this content, and maybe Ceddy Nash got something that he want to explain, or, whatever the 1-2 step like Sierra, might be circumstances that we just not 100% privy to. So let's jump back into this and see what's going on. Let's go.
This don't apply to everybody, but to those who it applies to, if you will call the police on your brother, you'll call the police on anybody, bro. You would talk to the police about anybody. You would tell the police anything about anybody. That's my logic when it comes to this. So just in case y'all missed it the first time and y'all was wondering, why on earth would Ceddy Nash take YSL Woody out there? It's because he's the same type of person and he just can't help himself. He don't really understand what he's doing. It's a literal case of Malibu's most wanted. Even though he from Sacramento, and Sacramento, you know, got it's hoods out there too. Like, it's a real case of Malibu's most wanted, not where he comes.
Aside from the YSL Woody thing, so shout out Byron Blake, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the right channel that I'm mentioning, who's speaking and helping me out with this reaction and leading the way. So, man, this is just crazy. And like I said, man, this is here for the internet. This is here for the internet to see. And I can't say that the 6-0s or whoever he tapped into fully knew what's going on. I've been on the internet roughly 10 months, just coming upon 11 months. And I did not know nothing about this Ceddy Nash situation. I did not know nothing about this news situation. I did not know nothing about this situation with him and his brother. And they are throwing the names out there of people who already react to this before he even brought YSL Woody to LA, to the 60s. So I can't say they seen it. Definitely a person who's not on social media, uploading content, doing content, or whatever you want to fancy yourself, whether you fancy yourself a social media personality, a content creator, or whatever. I'm just Jefe. I'm just me. I do me. I upload content. Whatever accolades and the names you want to give, that's your opinion. However, your opinion don't steer me. I'ma do me. With that being said, with me on the internet uploading content, a lot of people will probably think, oh yeah, that don't know you, oh yeah, this an internet ninja, oh yeah, messy, oh gossip, you know what I'm saying? It'd be funny, you know what I'm saying? People just be trying to hop out there saying stuff. What was I looking for? What was I looking for to say as far as the Ceddy Nash situation? Oh, so me, I'm a person on the internet that's doing content, and I never knew about the situation because I don't go through the whole internet just looking for content. People always hop out there, you gossip on, you turn into a gossip, but it's obviously you new to this channel, because if you know it's a reaction channel react and they talk about shit. So, however, I never knew nothing about this situation. If I was so much internet and into it and just going down stuff, I would have been ran into this. You know what I'm saying? I would have been ran into this because some of these channels that allegedly reacted to this, we have the same audience. But as Blake was saying, this situation is just crazy. Like, yeah, to tell on anybody, but to definitely tell on your blood brother. Definitely to tell on your blood brother, and you claiming to be somebody of any street importance, any street fraternity, whether you want to call it a gang. If you're thugging like Tupac, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell and then be on camera banging the hood. It just don't coincide. But let's act like that ain't what been going on, and it ain't snitches around. He just having his day in court. Let's get into the rest of this content, and you already know it's the halfway and the half effect.
That's real, bro. Was I aware of all this about Ceddy Nash? I was not. You feel me? But it's kind of like Young Ant said, it's kind of one of those things you kind of got to go digging for. A lot of people was like, bro, you didn't know? No, I didn't know. Nigga, I'm over here playing Madden with my kids. No, I don't know. You feel me? What, nigga? No, I didn't know that. That's not, I don't comb the internet looking for Ceddy Nash. You feel me? But now that y'all told me, you know, I'm checking it out and all that kind of stuff. But what I will say is, you a different type of individual if you a snitch on your brother, bro. You a different type of individual. You a different type of individual. You a different type of individual. If you a snitch on your brother, that is never acceptable. That's never okay. That's never something that we're gonna celebrate. That's never something that we're gonna look at and be like, yeah, bro, this is what we own and all this kind of stuff and all this and all that wooty bam. Like, hell no, bro. Snitching on your brother, that is the weakest SHIT ever. Ever. We're never gonna act like it's cool. We're never gonna justify it. It's nothing you can tell me to make there's nothing you can tell me to talk about There's nothing you get to user pick. Just throw that out there. I did that. That wasn't the computer. He said user. That's me. I'm whooping the 10-year-old in Madden. I'm finna hit him with the 21 skunk. Anyway, yes, I do 21 skunk my kids. I don't give a damn. I will 21 skunk my kids and I'll make them cry. We finna jump back into this content though. But Ceddy Nash, if you really did snitch on your brother, you a different type of diabolical, dastardly, deviant, whatever, bro. Like, just something about you just ain't sitting right. If you feel like you can snitch on your kid or snitch on your brother, you feel me? Now, this is a tricky, sticky, icky, vicky situation, especially considering the fact that if Ceddy Nash was in fact the one who, I think he was the one who put the YSL situation out for Lil Woody, now you hanging out with him, that does look pretty flamorous, pretty skullduggerous, and pretty larcenous for sure. You look like, you look like you're not standing on business, and you look like you're just the same as everybody else in this podcast space, YouTube space, doing what you gotta do for clicks and ticks and all that kind of stuff, which is what it's all for. It's for the clicks and the ticks. We're not gonna pretend like it's not for the clicking tins and the click, and we're not gonna pretend like it's not for the clicking tins and the ticking tins. But with that all being said, man, it's gonna look negative on Ceddy Nash because again, he's built so much of his career on YouTube from what I've seen of, you know, paperwork and all that kind of stuff. I mean, because even to the point where when somebody has some paperwork going on, I go to Ceddy Nash page. Ceddy Nash typically has it all under wraps. But, you know, bro saying that he's an actor, and he ain't this and he ain't that, YoungAntJEFE, you know, is not really saying too much about the situation. He's being pretty neutral about it, but he's just giving us news we can use, knowledge we can't get nobody's college. But with that all being said, you know, you got to really watch out for the fact of, you know, these dudes put themselves in situations that are overall, you know, less than flattering, and then here we are when the situation hit the fan, everybody want to add grain to the fact, you know. But let's just kind of wrap this one up and see where it goes.
It'd be a dude that's a snitch that will terminate another snitch or parade his accusation of being a snitch around because his snitching is in secrecy. That's just the way it go. But we gonna get into the last bit of this content, and you already know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
How were the police notified about this incident? According to Ceddy Nash, they were alerted by the shot spotter.
Mind you, spot shotters there. Of course they coming. There is no phone call made from Ceddy Nash on that day. I got 10,000 for that.
Now, for validation purposes, I obtained a copy of the police report with the same incident number as the incident number in the daily activity log. According to the police report, officers responded to the location regarding a call, not a shot spotter notification, a call. That's one discrepancy with regard to how they even got to the crime scene. But now let's discuss how they were notified that a shooting took place and that Ceddy Nash was involved.
Police pull up. Once the police pull up, it's one officer. That one officer pulls up. And what does he do? He asks what happened. I say, man, I got shot at.
We now have Ceddy admitting that he was on the scene when the police arrived. How were the police notified about it?
So yeah, man, it's a lot going on with this situation, man. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not my problem. It's not on my plate. But as I said, we are people of this lifestyle, or at least people claim to be of these lifestyles and are led these lifestyles. So I'm just looking at the turn of events, the times in which I'm not going to say things have changed because ain't nothing new under the sun. All this been going on just with social media, the tools of YouTube, the tools of Instagram. You can parade it around more or get this information globally now to where it wasn't this much technology. A lot of this stuff was bred in secrecy and kept and swept under the rug depending on who you were and or who knew. And that's just how it go out here, man. And we gonna conclude this there, man. It's your boy YoungAntJEFE.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're Sharper typing in TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledgeito you can't get in nobody's collegeito. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content of what we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's some news you can use. It's some knowledgeito that you ain't finna get in nobody's collegeito. We finna jump into this content, but before we do, we wanna go ahead and make sure y'all know that TRAPNEWSNETWORX Trap News Network is where you can find us. If you would like to be a part of this Trap News Network family, hit us up. Trap News Network, man. We would love to have you a part of this Trap News Network team. Get into that if you ain't got into that. We finna take y'all to the FW world, man. gonna start covering a lot more FMW. They've been having some shit going on, but I noticed that since the live show, it's been a lot of back and forth. So first it was the issue of the tickets. I gave y'all my perspective of that. I actually was a witness to what happened with Smack and Tiny, or Big Tiny, excuse me. And the situation with his auntie, cousin, sister, whoever she was hella cool too though. She was hella cool. So whoever, like, she was so cool, I gave her some treat. So whoever that was that came with Tiny's sister, homegirl, whomever, like, you know who I was talking about. I thought you was cool. You feel me? You know you was good with Rich Trapper and Trap News Network, man. I think that you was hella cool, and you know, I gave you some weed. But anyway, now it's the issue with Duno saying that the FMW show is ghetto, and he's comparing it to a brown bag. Now, here's where we do have to mention the elephant in the room. The question is going to be, is this a personal issue, a business issue, or a racial issue, considering the fact that Brown Bag is a full, call it what it is, Hispanic podcast. I don't know if everybody's Mexican, but full Hispanic podcast or show, or I've never really heard or watched an episode. I've never consumed the content of Brown Bag personally. So I don't know if it's a podcast or if it's, I believe it's a radio show on Power 106. I could be wrong. I know that it is Letty, I believe it's Rosecrans Vic, and it was Duno and someone else, but don't let me lie and say who. But I know that they are a full Hispanic podcast, or, you know, platform. And then you have FMW, which is some niggas. T-Rail, you know what I'm saying? Smack, AD and Pun. But then in addition to they being on niggas, they like to ignore the fact that these is positive black men. You feel me? T-Rail shows you an example of what it looks like to be about your woman, to be about your household and all that kind of stuff. He shows you that in his content with Heather and all that kind of stuff. Pun is a family man. Smack is, as a matter of fact, Smack's a family man. AD's a family man. They all have families. So, you know, I don't know how that kind of seems to get lost a lot of the times and what we have going on, but I digress. Spade is spade. Either way it go, we finna jump into this content. Duno is upsetting T-Rail because he is comparing Brown Bag to, you know, Back on Fig, and it's getting tricky. And this comes after the FMW live show where Duno called them ghetto. So let's get into this content. I will say this, the politics are never fair. Never fair, never fair, never fair. The politics are only fair to those who they're fair to, and then once they're no longer fair to that person, the politics is BS. Y'all know how that go. With that all being said, though, man, Ceddy Nash, that is a tricky, icky, sticky, Vicky situation. They're saying that you told on your brother. I ain't saying you did. I ain't saying you didn't. I don't know about no broken promises, but I do know is, under no circumstances, should you be in a situation where anybody can even think that you told on your brother. With that being said, though, y'all know it's red dots to the left. You know the rest. It's Free Avenue Angels, so he's free.